Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It's time for our just about midweek counterparts in separation reading. So let's see what the energies of those who are separated from their person. That could be your soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, your person, however you want to define it, doesn't really matter. So let's take a look at what the energies are for the collective that are in separation. And it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give for yourself. And so Spirit's acknowledging that, yeah, you're in separation, but why are you in separation? You're in separation because you need to spend that alone time to start to heal. Spirit has given you a big message today for those collective that is in separation. It's healing time. This is a collective reading, so please like, follow, share, and subscribe. But just remember, things may or may not resonate with you in this reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you're looking for your own personal situation, then reach out and get a private reading. All the information is in my pinned comments, and you could just reach out directly to me via DM or silver.fox.affirmations@gmail.com. So with that, let's see what other energies are going on within the collective of those in separation. As you can see, the first card did acknowledge that, hey, you guys are in separation. Why? Because you need to spend some alone time to figure out what is really you and what is not you and what needs to be healed. So we have a few cards here. So let's take a look at what else we have for that collective that is in separation. So Spirit's saying it's time for you to start putting boundaries, right? And this is why you need to spend that alone time. Start looking at those patterns where you keep yourself into a toxic loop and see what ways that you can change it, right? And Spirit's saying that there's going to be some obstacles. You're going to have to overcome these obstacles, but you have to choose to. If you choose to stay stuck, that's okay. Spirit's also saying that recognize that when you do have a higher level bond, right? You're going to have some sort of telepathy. Why? Because you're in that same frequency band, and when you're in that same frequency band, you're going to pick up a lot of what's going on, whether that's an emotion, whether that's a feeling, whether that's a thought. Uh, that's what happens when you're in a high frequency match. Okay, but you want to make sure that they're a really high frequency match, not a low frequency match, because if you're in low frequency, you still get those kind of matches. So you have to use the discernment, you have to have proper boundaries, and you have to have your obstacles. And this is something that a lot of readers aren't going to tell you, that frequency match is frequency match, low or high. You're going to go as high as you can get, and your person is going to match you at that same frequency you are. Okay, so Spirit saying don't fret though. Love is in the air when Cupid is around. We just had Valentine's Day. I know a lot of you are in separation because you're here, and so it's a tough time. But Spirit saying don't fret. There is love that's coming in. So let's see if we can get some more information about that. So let's see what we've got. Hang on here while we shuffle the deck. Spirit, what is going on in this connection, please? This connection in separation for the collective. This is a collective reading. And please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on, because I also do one card readings for free many nights and some weekends. So if you have your notification on, you get a chance to get a free card read. If you want something deeper, obviously reach out for a proper reading. One card is never going to tell you the whole story. All right, let's see what we've got here. So Spirit's given us a few cards for this connection here. And so some of the advice Spirit's telling you is you got to let go of this past. And this is coming up in 2 reads so far already. Let go of the past, let go of the past, let go. It's kind of like that Disney song, Let It Be, let it go, let it go, let it go, right? And Spirit's saying that, your dreams can come true, but you've got to be into that lighter energy, right? Forever Young and that tease, that's lighter energy. It means stop holding on to this dense energy over here and change your energy, get it up into that nicer, happier spot. So let's see what else we have within this collective situation for love, for those who are in separation. And remember, the This is a collective reading, so you have to take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And so let's see what else we have going on. So let's see what Spirit's got for us. We should give it a nice shuffle on this deck. And Spirit, what else do you want to tell us about this collective that is in separation at this moment? When we're channeling right now. All right, so we got a few cards here. Let's see what we've got. It's given us a lot of information, a little bit more detailed uh, information for everybody. And Spirit's saying travel, change your energy, experience new things, right? So we're getting a lot of confirmation here from Spirit that it's time to get out of this dense energy, this past energy. Why? Because, you know, the people that are around you, this obstacle, they're snakes, right? They're not what they appear to be. They are wearing a mask. They're keeping you in these low frequencies. The drama mamas, get out of that friends circle. That's a drama mama circle, right? And we have a second confirmation: blocked obstacles, obstacles. So two decks are saying exactly the same thing. Spirit is really pushing on this area here, right? Shapeshifters, right? So we got two snakes. And why are we seeing shapeshifter and snake is because, you're people pleasing. You're trying to please this drama mama crowd, but you have to start to be you. And this is why you've been put alone, to find who you truly are, not who everybody thinks you should be or who you think you should be. And Spirit's saying, rip that mask off. It can't get any louder than this. We're getting so many confirmations with these decks. Rip that mask off. Be your true self. And how do you do that? By sitting with yourself and truly seeing your patterns, start to heal those patterns, and start to get to the place where you understand what you truly are and what you want. And if you do, well, it's going to start with some text messages, right? Somebody's going to be contacting you. And there's possibly somebody who's going to come in that's going to put a commitment down, right? And when we say a commitment, it could mean the next phase of whatever you're in. So, if you're in a relationship and that's your person, the one you're thinking of right now, and it could possibly be a new one, then it's going to move to the next phase. They're going to want to commit, or it could be a new person that comes in, and that new person is going to be one that's ready to commit. Now, you have to make sure that you've healed enough that you're actually ready to commit, because a lot of it is all about you. It's always about you because you create your own. You create your own reality, and this is why you see the spread the way that I have it here. The spread is all about you, right? You are in the middle. Over here is things that you want to manifest. Over here is things that are keeping you stuck in a loop, and I call it the hamster wheel of karma. And up and above, or how do we get to here, right? So it's an easy way to read my spreads. And so now let's take a look let's get some advice from our higher selves. So what is it that we can be doing that can help us? Actually, before we do that, let's look at, what are our blocks? Let's start looking at our blocks. And WDIK, I don't do reads during this time. If you want a private read, I do private reading, so you can send me an email. They do come at a cost, but my free readings are the ones that say live activations and readings. This is a specific read, and in which case you'll have to go to my specific read when I do those readings. I can't do it at this read, and so Spirit. What are the blocks to love? Let's see what we have here. And for those also who are watching, I do some live readings many times during the evenings where I will ask, or I will allow people to ask questions and pick a card. This is a very specific read for people who are in separation from their person. This is a collective read. So I don't do any questions. So for many of you, the problem you have is you're needy, right? You're codependent. You're always needing that person, that other person to save you, to be with you, because you don't feel complete without them. You got to start being complete with yourself, right? And the second one is a stub off of this, right? It's needing rescuing, right? You're waiting for love to rescue. Love doesn't rescue. You are love. You just have to figure this out. You need to rescue yourself. You can't expect anybody else to solve your own problems. You have to solve it yourself. And so this is usually comes up with a codependent behavior, very needy, very clingy. You need to actually find peace within yourself, and this is going to take time, and that's why it's challenging. That's why there's a lot of obstacles because you're too busy trying to please everybody to really realize what you are needing for yourself and that you can provide it for yourself. And so for uh, those are your blocks. It's a big blocks, and you got to really start choosing to work on yourself because healing doesn't happen automatically. Healing happens when you reach a breaking point and you choose to get out of your comfort zone of trauma and to move into healing. And it's not an easy process because as you move into the healing, all the dark things that are around you are gonna, start attacking you to a certain extent until you raise your frequency enough to be able to block them out. And that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And so, with that, let's get some advice from our higher self. How do we get out of this trauma and into the place where we really, really want to be? So, let's take a look. And Spirit, ooh, Spirit really threw out some cards fast. So let's see what we have. So Spirit's saying, hey, it's time for you to create a routine. Start meditating, start connecting to yourself, but you have to choose. And how do you do that? By creating a routine that you will follow daily. This is consistency and persistency that allows for healing. Get off of social media. Well, it kind of sucks because you don't get to see my read, but there's a lot of toxicity that you're pulling in from the social media. Get off of it. It's time to just take a snooze. Just look at healing channels. Get away from the Insta, the TikTok, the Stitch, Twitch, all the different ones. X. Get off of them. You don't need them. Get off of Facebook. Just make sure you're just working on your own healing routine and ritual, right? And rituals really with the healing routine, get yourself into a place where daily you are trying to connect to self. And that's how you're gonna get to this manifestation of love. So now let's get to the place where we all want to get to, which is when, right? We always say that, I'm in a you're you're in the car, you're on a vacation, you want to, when am I going to get to my destination, right? Because we all want to know when, because we want to have control. Spirit's telling you, release control. We'll give you a possibility of when it could happen, but there are no definites in time. So let's see what we have here. And so for many of you, it's going to be between spring and July, provided that you do what's needed, which is create your routine, get off of social media, get off of the toxicity, get off of the drama, and really just create a routine for healing. And with that, that is my reading for today. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Reach out if you're looking for your own personal reading. And just make sure your notifications are on because if you do want to get a message or two, I do them live. I do it a couple times a week. Just look for the live readings and activations as a keyword. And reach out for your own reading, silver.fox.affirmations@gmail.com. All right. I will see you in the next read. Cheers.